Special shout of love going out to Wanda. Still celebrating her birthday from last week. That was loud.
Give me a little bit, Gerald. Hey, Gerald, give us some monitor, baby.
Shout of love going out to Juanita. Every time I see the young lady, she's sweeter. Special shout of love going out to a sweet lady named Geraldine. One of the sweetest ladies I ever seen in my life. Sweet Colin in the house with us, all the way back from the Club LeBaron days. Good old Club LeBaron days, Masonic Temple, and I bet some of y'all don't know nothing about Pat and Gigi. Tell me something about Pat and Gigi. Anybody know something about Pat and Gigi? You remember Pat and Gigi? Raise your hands. I see 1, 2, 2.5 hands. Ahmad, I know you don't know nothing about Pat and Gigi because you ain't that old yet. Special shout of love going out to Sweet Colin. Gonna feature my man, Big Smitty, in the house tonight. Big Smitty from the Slick City, baby.
What's up to all the sweet honeys out there tonight, y'all? Can't do it without y'all, you know that. Need it. Come on now. Let's say what's up to sweet Ava Lynette. My baby Ava. Come on. Big brother Larry, hold the fort down, baby. I know you got him back there, so get it, man. Get it. Give us some of that saxophone right here. Hey, Joe, can I get a little bit monitor, baby? Come on. Come on. I hear you over there, man.
one out to Big Al Man Jr. And them, you remember Al Man Muncie?
Yeah.
And look at that's his son over there.
Where?
Al Man Muncie Jr.
What's up, Dang?
Yeah, baby.
Get it! Come on! Get it!
Your daddy was a hell of a singer, young man. So you got some of that talent too, huh? Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Come on! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! It's on my heart. I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love. Sweet love, I feel no shame. I'm in love. Sweet you will always be this way. Come on, Brad. Come on, Brad. Come on. Come on.
Sharice on.
Oh, you want to get Sharice on?
Get it? Just a little bit, huh?
Come on.
Get it?
How do you over there, Glenn?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, y'all. Good evening, kings, queens, peasants, and in-betweens. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to step on in right here into the no gray area. It's your girl, Kapri Monique, the voice of the people, man. I have missed y'all. It has been a week. When I say a week, like a cranking ass, booming ass week. First and foremost, let me officially welcome y'all to tour season, man. Welcome. The Bully Gang says, hey, welcome to tour season. It is definitely my season. It's our season. Shout out to all my fellow Taurians. It is our time, man. We definitely gonna have a good time. Definitely got a lot of events coming up. So y'all gonna see us out here moving and shaking. Y'all know this saying, bulls in the china closet. Yeah, that part. The party don't stop. Welcome to tour season, y'all. I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. Y'all already know what it is. We're going to get into my recap, my week recap. I can't even say my weekend recap anymore because my week used to start on Thursdays. Now it starts on Wednesdays. It's just like a whole lot going on. So I'm going to run it down. We're going to catch up real quick. We're going to talk about a couple other things because I was blessed to be able to have an amazing conversation on Sunday evening. With one of the homies, another female in the industry. We're going to get into that in a minute, but let's go. So the week started on Wednesday. Wednesday was ladies' night. It was RCA Wednesday at Martini's featuring Steve Roy. So let's get into RCA, just period. Shout out to the homie Tonio. Tonio was filling in for his brother PJ with RCA. It was a whole lot of crank going on. Coyote, yes. Yes, Yodi. Yes. Yes. Hey, Scooter, shout out to you. I haven't been able to see you guys since March Mayhem, but yes. Yep. Okay, RCA. I see y'all. I hear y'all. I feel y'all. And I saw my boo Sabiato J on the front line too. I do have a clip for you guys of D-Ray. A little short clip that I haven't posted because I'm pushing. Like, once we hit 5K, I have some clips in my phone that I really want to drop to celebrate. So I've been holding out a little bit on y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been doing a lot of recording either, but yes, RCA was definitely cranking. My boo Shannon, shout out to my boo Shannon, an original RCA member. She definitely blessed the stage with them. Sade's cherished the day. Steve Roy definitely blessed the stage with them as well. So Wednesday, ladies' night, martinis, definitely was a cranking situation. Y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Like I tell y'all, man, tell a friend to slide on in. We would love to see y'all in the building catching some of that good crank with us. Don't wait till my recap. Get that shit in real life, especially from the up and coming bands that's cranking and moving. Like, come on, it's an early show. It's over at 1. You can slide in, get your crank, get you a drink, get you some wings, and slide on out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a dope vibe. And then Thursday, of course, in the house with Howie. Definitely had a good time. Karaoke definitely was a good time. It's hilarious when we get to karaoke because we just be cranking with lingo. Shout out to Martinis for both nights. And then Friday, me and Creamery and Party Posse took a road trip. We took a trip across the pond, like I say. We made our way to Fredericksburg. Shout out to JT's Barn Grill, man. We definitely slid on in, definitely got us something to eat, got to have a good time. Shout out to Wendy and the whole staff down at JT's. They had their very first 420 Friday, their first 420 friendly event. They had a smoking area. It was dope. $5 fare to put something in the air. Pay your $5, go to the back area. VA was cranking. It was definitely a damn good time. Shout out to the homie Rob from High Quality. They definitely cranked the situation. And my man DJ INC, baby. We had a good time. High Quality definitely cranked 2 sets. But the crank was cut short because we had some performers. And it was good to see the local rappers and some of the rappers from up here and from down there and just from the area in general perform. I was blessed to be able to host the event. I wanted to make sure that I shouted all the rappers out. So I actually grabbed my stage list, guys, and pasted it in my notes. So let's go. Shout out to Fats, 3K Zuli, 93 Foreign, Lord Jinky, Mayhem, Big Troy, Lord Ty, and Monster. They all got a chance to perform. I don't recall Big Troy performing, but I know Big Troy was actually on the performance card. So shout out to all of y'all that got a chance to perform, have a good time, turn up. Fredericksburg was definitely a vibe. It was also dope to see some of the fans and family of High Quality actually take that road trip down. It was good. A nice crowd. Like I said, definitely a good time. Shout out to security out there. My man Big Dog and the homie coach. And Champ Boogie. They definitely took good care of me and Cree Marie. Made sure we were great. Helped us load our the vehicle back up and everything. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much. Again, shout out to the homie Rob of High Quality. Definitely had a cranking good time. And then let's get into Saturday. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot a whole part. Shout out to Bundy. He was on the sound, but the legendary Rayo Edwards was in the building. He provided the sound and the setup for the whole event. So it was also great to see him out and about. I think this is the second time I've seen him in Fredericksburg. So it was great to see him out and about, still moving around and still active in the community. That's always a blessing. So then Saturday, of course, I was here at 9244 East Hampton Drive during the day. Duh. Shout out to everybody that slid through, came and kicked it with me. Shout out to my girl, Lisa of the World. We will definitely have her back in studio for What's Up in Lisa's World soon. But Saturday definitely was a vibe in here. Definitely had a good time. Showed y'all some new merchandise. Definitely was a good look. 9244 East Hampton Drive, baby. Y'all make sure y'all slide through. We are open tomorrow, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. every day, Wednesday through Sunday. We're open late on Friday. We close at 7 on Wednesday and Thursday, 8 on Friday, 8 on Saturday, 6 on Sunday. So make sure you guys slide through. Get you something cranking to wear here, there, and everywhere. It's not just stuff to wear when you go to the clubs. I crank mine however, whenever, wherever, but I always crank it. And speaking of cranking, if you're not local and you can't make it to 9244 East Hampton Drive in Capitol Heights, Maryland, you definitely can head on over to www.crankrock.com for the latest and greatest of Mitchcraft attire. I mean, 24/7, 365, sometimes 66. Get you something fly, right? So then, let's get into Saturday. So after I closed up here, I went home, laid down for a little while, and then guess what? I went and got wasted. Yep, wasted lounged. I was blessed to step in. Shout out to the homie. It's Bamtastic. He had a super dope, elevated puffin paint in Wasted Lounge. The staff in there was dope. The vibe was dope. Casper was on the ones and twos. It was a good time. And then Lip Band came and definitely cranked. They definitely gave y'all some crank, which was awesome. And then they had a feature. I wanted to make sure I got her name right. I know the song was called Stoner Chicks. Her name was Ayanna B. Jackson. Definitely a cranking song, y'all. Y'all need to go check it out. It was definitely a vibe. And I was in great company. I'm sitting down. Chris from T.O.B. was there. And what's the gentleman? Clyde. Clyde was there with him. We just sitting there vibing, chilling. And then Rusty Gut is right there beside me. Like, Kim came and chilled with me. It was a whole vibe. It was just like being around family. So shout out to Bam for your puff and paint. It was definitely a good look. If you purchased your $40 ticket, you got a gift bag, like all of that. Definitely a classy, cranking ass event, man. Y'all got to get out and start. It was packed. Like, don't get it twisted. Let me let y'all know something. It was packed. Like, can't move around, struggle to get to the bathroom, packed. But y'all got to come out and start experiencing other things. You can still get your crank, but let's get some culture in with this crank. It's the only way it's going to survive. We have to integrate it with the culture of more than just the music. more than just the normal people, more than just the normal events. We got to take it back to a day when it's a part of our everyday life, not just you listening to it in the car, but you sharing it and integrating it. That is how we keep it growing and moving. Because I remember at one point in time, it was nowhere that you didn't go where you didn't hear the crank playing. So we got to get back to that. Let's get back on our crank shit. But Wasted Lounge was definitely a whole vibe. Shout out again to the homie Bam. It was a great look. Thank you for the invite. Shout out to Lit Band. And then Sunday, let's just say my Sunday ended up being one evening of great discussion. Shout out to the homie Manda. We were both at the Union Oyster bar, and things didn't go according to plan. So I had an early night on Sunday. Had started hosting. Shout out to Hype on the ones and twos. Definitely a cranking DJ. Things were moving, and then they weren't moving, and then it was over. So I got to ride home with Manda, and we got to have some of those talks. See, and the conversations that I get to have with some of the women in this culture are amazing because of the level of transparency, the level of understanding. Like, it's no knock to the men in this culture. Y'all go through things the way y'all go through things with the people y'all go through them with. But for the women, our struggle is different, especially in the male-dominated culture. So it was definitely amazing. It was refreshing. It was definitely comical to have the conversations from everything good, bad, and different, all the way down to bad business. Like, some of y'all got to tighten up. But that's a story for a whole nother day. Some of y'all definitely have to tighten up because it's looking a little crazy out here. Y'all have to understand, this isn't the COVID era anymore. Everything is open. We definitely outside. So it is a large influx of shows. And if y'all are paying attention, it's not just like regular shows. It's like mega shows in a venue that you wouldn't think would be having 5 bands on a card, 6 bands on a card, 8 bands on a card. We're back in those days where people are trying to put together this perfect card to pull this perfect crowd, because what's going on right now is, for real, I done seen some of the best take L's right now because there's so many events going on. And for real, it's real live a recession going on, honestly and truthfully. It's a lot of things that are changing. Gas prices are higher. Y'all got to give people a reason to want to come out at this point. So I'm watching the influx and the change, and her and I having our conversation was a dope vibe for me. It was the level of understanding, and then it was transparency. Well, I don't know about this, and I don't know how I felt about that. Well, maybe you should view it this way. So it was a dope vibe and a dope situation. So shout out to the homie Manda, man. Definitely a great situation, and here we are. I done ran my whole weekend down. Yesterday was Monday. Mondays are my mental health days, y'all. I take my Mondays to try to clear my brain. If I have moments of creativity, I try to create. I try to push through. I try to make those things happen while I have the downtime. So yesterday was my mental health day, Monday. And here we are on Tuesday, right here. Y'all done stepped in. No gray area, man. Shout out to everybody over in YouTube land. Y'all make sure y'all take the time to like, subscribe, and share. I am 20 subscribers away from 5K. Do y'all understand how huge that is? I was just celebrating 2K a year ago, I think on like May 13th or 18th or something like that. So to have gained 3,000 subscribers, almost 3,000 subscribers in that time span is a blessing for me. It may not mean anything to you, but it means that this grind that I'm putting in means something to me. We're over almost 900,000 views. Y'all make sure y'all head on over to YouTube, subscribe to Them Damn Fans YouTube channel so y'all can catch all of the exclusive crank, all of the upcoming things. And respectfully, some platforms get to tripping. They start acting a little glitchy. Always a vibe over there. So make your way on over there to YouTube, man. Like, subscribe, and share for me. And that's just that. It's your girl Kapri Monique, the voice of the people. Thank you guys so much for stepping into No Gray Area. A2, we ready to take a crank break because we're getting ready to bring in one of the tourist homies. My man D Cleve is in the building. Scoob is en route, but we're going to slide him in real quick. We're going to get him together. We're going to take a quick Crank Break right here on the Love Network DC. It's your girl, Kapri, Monique, the voice of the people. Thank y'all so much for stepping in. No Gray Area will be right back.
Let it ride, y'all. Down Georgia Avenue. Let the party ride. Down good old parole. Let it ride. Let the party ride. Down Minnesota Ave. Let the party ride. Eastern Avenue. 33rd too, y'all. Let the party ride through 58. Let it ride through the Kidland Zoo. Let it ride the Palmer Park too. Let it ride. Roll it down through the little Parkway. Just one of y'all, give me a little bit. Give me the chords, y'all. Make it big now. Make it big, y'all. Make it big, y'all. Come on. Sheila. Hey, Sheila. I like the white pants, girl. Don't you go nowhere. Stay right there, mama. Make it big, y'all. Sheila, make it big. By yourself, give a shake. I want to stay here all day, y'all.
I wouldn't want to go to heaven.
How you feel, Frank?
Church today
Yeah,
won't go straight,
yeah.
won't be free, won't catch me running. Church today
Yeah,
won't go straight,
all right.
won't be free. Yeah, yeah. I cherish.
Special shot going out to Sweet Michelle and Sweet Toya, y'all. They the first ones on the scene. Look at me. How you doing, Trey? Oh, we gonna party tonight, y'all. How you feel, Shell? My man Ray done crept up in the building now. Happy birthday going out to my man 6ix9ine. Back in the back, in the back, in the back, in the back. Hey, 6ix9ine, happy birthday, man. Huh? Waiting for Fast and Sweet Samika, the whole crew to get up in here. Come on with it, y'all.
Welcome back, guys. Listen, just a brief reminder for those of you guys who have been asking about doing commercials and promoting and marketing. For that information, for rates and all of that, you can head on over, well, you can email fulfillmentteam@crankrock.com. They can give you all the information you need as far as advertising, promotion, commercials, all of that stuff, man. Make sure y'all reach on out to fulfillmentteam@crankrock.com for promotion, marketing, and advertising. Welcome back, guys. Right here is your girl Kapri, Monique, the voice of the people. You step back into no great area. For those of y'all who were catching the crank on break, thank y'all so much. Listen, it's simple. I love you. See how easy that is? We are joined by the homie, my man D. Cleve, a fellow Taurus. It's definitely our season.
Hey, what's going on?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Because I know you got a birthday party coming up. We talked about it brief. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I mean, hey, it's Taurus season. My birthday's all month.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Now, one party's not enough.
Did you say all month?
Oh, it's all month.
Oh, no, I'm not.
We going through the whole season.
I'm not
sorry.
messing with
June.
June. Yeah.
June.
Oh.
I'm messing with June, too. Hey, I'm turning it up.
Oh.
I ain't even matter at this point.
We outside.
Yeah, hey, that's what it is. We ain't been outside in, what, 2 years?
We outside.
It's time to light
D.
it up.
Cleve said, I'm rocking all the way through June.
Hey, absolutely.
Okay, respect. Respect, fellow Taurian. So let's do a brief introduction. So this is my man, David Cleveland. He is D. Cleve. I don't call him David. Dave, D. I call him D. Cleve. Sirius and Company. Give them a brief history of your stint in Go-Go.
So my stint in Go-Go pretty much started back in high school. You know, everybody has their little local band stuff, does talent shows and things like that. I had a couple of groups, a lot of people from Largo, you know what I'm saying, are staples in some of the bands that come out now. But I went to Largo High School, had a couple of bands there. More notably, the band Under Pressure came out of the high school when we were there.
Trey Damo.
Trey Damo on them.
KC.
We used to play open up for JY at the Day Revolution Cafe a lot. We had a couple of battle of bands. We did pretty well and competed with some of the up and coming bands there. But from Under Pressure, I moved on and had a small stint with the Huggabucks, with Black Alley. I moved on, eventually joined the What Band, which I was a part of for almost 15 years. So had a part in revitalizing the sound of What Band. I guess they had a stint before us, but joining Kyle, Michelle, rapper, Vince at that time. He went
V-Man. Oh my
V-Man.
God.
That's my homie for life. So
Yes.
Yeah. He's going and doing great things with Atlanta.
Definitely a cranking ass producer, Mo.
Yeah,
Definitely.
He's doing something. He had the Cardi B joint. That's what I like. Or is that what the song? That was one of the songs that he had a big hand in and won the Grammy stuff like that. Yeah.
Shout out to V-Man.
So, but pretty much sat with the What Band for almost 15 years. We had a wild run.
And then the legendary I Quit photo, y'all. Hey, Mo.
See, I wasn't even gonna bring it.
The legendary.
That wasn't even the first time though. I had stepped away a little while before then.
I remember.
Did it kind of quietly and came back. But it means things happened. I came back and then I had to make my move again. So, I came back, filled in with the What Band for a little bit, and then the opportunity with Sirius Company came along, and that was something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Play more music, get on the scene on the Grown and Sexy, and do a lot of good things. So, been working for probably like the last 3.5 years with Kim and Scooby, and it's been going well.
So explain to the people what the difference is for you from Crank and Grown and Sexy, because everybody has their own point of view, but a lot of people don't know you not only are a keyboardist, you do sound, you do visuals, you do audio. It's a whole different dynamic for you. So can you explain the difference to them for me?
Yeah. So pretty much with the What Band, it's all about the party. You know what I'm saying? So you come into the building, everybody's looking to turn up, get lit. Everybody's looking to jump around, do different things. It's the excitement. You know what I'm saying? When but on the Grown and Sexy side, it's you got a lot of people who just want to come in and chill, have a nice drink, still have conversations sometimes, but also want to be able to dance and things like that. So for me, it's I have the same feeling about the shows. I had the same turn up about the shows and things like that, but I just do it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little more laid back, whereas I was a lot more aggressive with the What Band. I'm looking immediately throwing shots, 808s and stuff like that from day one with the party. With the Sirius company, I come in, I'm looking to play a little more music, put some smooth pocket jazz over the pocket beats and stuff like that, do a little nice little song, and then once everybody gets into the mood, then we can turn up.
Then y'all crank.
Yeah.
So how was that transition for you?
It was a little difficult, only because I had been playing so long on the crank side that I wasn't fully ready to go completely music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I could play. I can always fill in here and there, but knowing how to blend in with somebody else who's maybe playing, who can play better than I can, or can play mains and things like that, and learning what role I need to fit into there, where I had been used to being the main keyboard for a long time, that was a little more difficult than anything else. But outside of that, after about a year or so, I think I fell right in. It was a lot of songs I had to learn.
And that's what I was going to say. So how did you work through it? Especially with, because it's a catalog already there when you get there.
Yeah.
And then they're adding new music.
Yeah.
So how did you work through it? Because it's a different transition. Shots and chords and fill-ins here and there are different than full songs, like full out songs.
So I would say that was the struggle of my life. And
Good grief.
Big ups to Scoob and Marcus and everybody for helping me out, but also for being patient. Because for me, it's part of the reason why I went back to music school. I had grown up teaching myself how to play everything, all the music and everything like that, but my ear wasn't as developed as it should have been, because I had been on that crank side, and it was a lot easier. It was kind of easy. I don't want to say it's like cheating, but when you look to turn the party up.
Welcome to No Gray Area, where we say
it's not cheating, but there's a different style of party, like we said.
Okay.
So when you're looking to turn the party up, there's certain things you do that you build a routine for that you know can turn the party up. Whereas with the Growing 60 Band, if you don't know that song, you stumbling blum through the song, people looking on stage like, hey,
what's going on, Holmes?
Right.
Yeah, that's not right.
So especially with Marcus having his own project, things like that, I had to pick up the pace. So I did a lot of studying at home, getting the CDs from the bands, listening to my mistakes, and then listening to the CDs with just Marcus on them by himself, and figuring out what it is I'm missing, and then going back in and trying to land those things behind after the fact, and just a lot of repetition. So that's what.
So you basically took the time to not only study your craft, but you were accountable for your mistakes in order to make it better as a whole for the project.
Yeah. Trust me. There are a lot of songs out there. I mean, and we also do a lot. We cover some of the other band stuff too. Like we've covered Lock and stuff like that. Lock was probably one of the most, and I don't understand why, but it's one of the most difficult songs for me personally to have ever played.
Lock It?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite songs of all. It's my favorite all-time song.
And getting everything going on. It was really, really tough for me. We had Scooby and I had a gig. We played out at Iverson Mall outside, and Mickey came up on stage. We had a bunch of fill-ins, so no Marcus, no Smoke on bass. We had Brandon from Vibe filling on bass. We had Animal on the drums, stuff like that. And then Mickey gets on stage, and they're like, "Yeah, let's go into Lock It." When I tell you, I was the most embarrassed thing I've ever done. I barbecued that thing sitting right there in the parking lot in Iverson Mall in front of people, everybody just outside. From that point forward, that's when I really was like, look, we gotta lock it down. We gotta get in here and try to figure this stuff out. So yeah, yeah, it gets rough out there, especially when you're by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. So how does it work for you? Because Marcus is amazing. You two together.
Yes, that guy.
Oh my gosh.
The vocals
another
and the keys
tourist. That's another fellow tourist.
Yeah.
Shout out to my other fellow Torian, my man Marcus. But how is it? Because I know it's different.
I mean, me and Marcus have different skills. Like I said, Marcus is a true musician inside out. He can sing, he plays the keyboard, he plays the guitar. He does a lot of good things. So I pretty much have taken on the aspect of listening and watching and seeing how he does, so that when he's not there, that I am prepared. You know what I'm saying? To try to step in his shoes. I can't really step in his shoes, but I do the best that I can.
You can walk in your own.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Yeah, like we not putting our feet in nobody's shoes.
Ain't nobody gonna change me.
No, listen.
That's Taurus right here. Ain't nobody.
Listen,
it's.
it's
I don't wanna be
he done threw up the bully gang sign. Scoob came in throwing it up. Throw it up.
That's where we at.
Yes.
What's good, bro? You feeling good?
It's okay.
Drop my mic.
It's all right.
That's how you do. You drop the mic.
I see.
Hey.
It's the Cleveland in him. He can't help
One
it.
of these days, my birthday coming up. We gonna see how Scooby gonna let me on the mic.
Let me know what show it is. Let me know what.
Might have to be a short one. I don't know. We gonna have to make something happen.
Let me know what show it is. I'm in there with the camera in hand.
Here you go.
Camera in hand, ladies and gentlemen. We have just been joined by the homie Scooby, the godson of Go-Go. It's so many different names. Mr. Sirius, Mr. March. Like, we could do this all day.
Yeah. They started to pile up.
I
don't know what to put on the fly no more.
He trying to make it's gonna be DJ Sirius in a minute.
Yeah, I just told him yesterday.
Hold up. Are you about to learn how to DJ?
Yeah, I got the bug.
Oh my God. You're a Taurus. See, we got this thing. We fall in love with something and we gotta do it. We got to, and we gotta be the best at it. We need the best equipment. We gotta have the best sound. We gotta have the best cameras. We gotta be fly. It's just
we gotta make it happen. That's all.
Listen.
No matter what, it's gonna happen.
And I think you will be dope at it because you have an ear for music. And I think you will really enjoy it.
And then I got the attention span of an ant, so.
That means it's here today and gone tomorrow.
I know.
He's very serious tomorrow and he's skydiving the next day. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I do want to skydive.
I'm an adventure seeker.
I'm not gonna do that.
I like learning new things. That's all. I'm a knowledge geek.
You're a Taurus.
Yeah, there you go.
Stay up all night and study and read and learn and want to educate other people.
There you go.
And then when they don't want to get educated, you look at them like, I'm going to say I told you so in about a week.
You're going to get tired of me, though.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to lean on it.
So let's give the people a little bit of your history, sir. Dave went into his history all the way back to Lago. I know that you have an extensive history. So give them a brief overview so they'll have a better understanding of who you are.
It's been a long time in music, so it's going to be a while. But first I want to say apologize for being late.
Life happens.
Yeah. Well, it seems life's always happening to me for some reason.
I wasn't gonna be the one to say.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That mean a breakthrough coming.
Yeah.
You got to start organizing a little bit better. A breakthrough coming. That's what that means. That's why it keeps happening that way.
Intervention. But but nah, I started. My dad was a musician. He was in a couple groups, singing groups, doo-wop groups.
Okay.
And so I've been doing it for a long time. Been around it for a long time. Started playing go-go probably age 9.
9?
Yeah, in the alley. Me, Peony.
Shout out to Peony.
Yeah, a bunch of other dudes around the way. And after that, I got hooked up with Third Dimension around Potomac Gardens.
3DB?
Yeah.
Okay.
The old Third Dimension, not the 3DB.
The original.
The original Third Dimension, yeah. And they fired me.
Hold on. Why'd you get fired, Scooby?
He wasn't playing the guitar then.
I wasn't playing nothing. I was singing.
Oh, it was just you singing.
Yeah. But they tease me about it all the time still. But after that, got hooked up with OP Tribe around age 13, 14, and was with them for a long time. Made a lot of memories with them guys. Still love them. Still talk to them every day. Get on each other's nerves. And then in high school, while I was in high school, we formed a singing group called Smooth and Subtle.
Smooth and Subtle.
Yeah, and we thought we was boys to men. And then, after we graduated, we got a couple of guys from school, a couple of guys that was in Woodson marching band too. Shout out to the twins. And we put a band together. We called ourselves Listen. And after that, we became Listen, and Listen became what it was. You know what
Listen became a sensation.
We had a good run for about 4 or 5 years, and then I got with Familiar Faces, with Donnell Floyd. Then after that, went back to Listen 2.0. I'm sorry, when Listen split up, I had Listen the group with me, Tuffy, and O. We put a band together consisting of some dudes. And after that, went to Familiar Faces, and then Listen 2.0, and then back to Familiar Faces. In the midst of all that, got the opportunity and the privilege to be the lead singer for the Chuck Brown band.
Yes.
And now I got my own band, Sirius Company. So, and I play with an R&B band called 76 Degrees West that I'm pretty proud of too.
76 Degrees West currently?
Yeah, we do a lot.
Where can we find the music?
There's some music out there on the atmosphere.
Daggone tours.
Yeah.
That was definitely a tourist answer. It's some music
It's out there
in the atmosphere somewhere.
6 degrees west. We do a lot of agency gigs though, like a lot of weddings, corporate events,
Privates.
Yeah. Pay good though.
So,
That's always a
listen,
good
that's the
thing.
best pay.
Yeah.
That's the best pay. You don't have to worry about splitting it with security, another band, a DJ, a host. The world is it's yours. It's contracted. This is the number.
It's mine. Yes.
Mine. We know that's not a word. It's not a word.
Neither is yours.
No, finna is a word. Don't tell me I can't say I'm fin to do something and it's not a word. It means something.
This is a sentence right. I'm finna take yours and mine.
Oh, you finna bully gang it. Oh, it's the right season for it.
You ain't the yawns and mine.
Yes. So let's talk about it being your own band. How does the transition from working with, because I don't want to say for, or alongside others in a creative aspect to, this is mine's, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I've always, even since high school, like singing with the guys from Listen, I've always enjoyed the process of creating with other people.
Right.
So, I'm not one of those, it's my way or the highway guy. So I still, to this day, enjoy feeding off of other musicians, other people with their ideas, and we make some of our best stuff up. I think Dave can tell you this on stage, on a whim, and I think most bands are like that. Most of their cranking stuff come on stage. Just Dave might play a line, it'll feed me something, then I might do something, then Peony come up with a beat, then Wes come up with something, and then the rest is history. You know what I mean? So I think our last 4 or 5 groups came up like that.
Yeah.
And they stuck.
Yeah, they stuck.
They stuck.
Pretty happy about it.
So you guys vibe, y'all create together. It's not hard. It's easy for y'all. What happens when everybody has an idea about one song? How do you make it work?
I let everybody get their ideas out. Like you got to, because ultimately I know it's my decision or my whatever, but I believe in being a leader, you got to learn how to lead from the back sometimes. You know what I mean? So sometimes, somebody might come up with an idea. I might not love it, but I'm going to let them express themselves, try to get it, work through it. And then if it don't work, I'm going to let you know.
At least we tried, right?
We tried. You can't say Scooby shut me down. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, pretty much we try almost everything. And you know what I'm saying? And just see where it go. And if it hit, it hit. But it ain't no problem. Ain't nobody better than the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a group effort for everybody. A lot of people don't understand. Like when they say one band, one sound, it doesn't mean one person runs it. It means that we're on one accord. We can all create. This is the idea. This is the thought process. So this is how it moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So how do you guys prepare for your bigger shows? Because I know you guys normally, because I've been on stage with you guys and I've seen how y'all function. I've seen how y'all vibe off of each other. I've seen all of that. So for the bigger shows, how do you guys prepare for those?
For me, I like to have a great beginning and a great ending. Like everything else will fall into place after that. So I always love intros and I love outros. So people can see the first time they see you, they gotta be blown away.
Right.
And then the last thing they hear or see, they gotta be blown away.
Right.
Everything in the middle is just us having fun anyway. You know what I mean? So it's execution, stuff that we do, 4 or 5 times a week anyway. But the intros and the outros gotta be there for them big shows.
Dave?
Nah, I was gonna say it's the same thing. It's like you want that shock value up front.
Yeah. Bust them
and
right in the mouth. As soon as they walk in, just still them in the mouth. I'm gonna steal you in your mouth right now.
Yeah, once you get that and you got them hooked, your show doesn't even really matter at that point. They remember that first and that last thing, and so at the end of the day, we've done a pretty good job of doing that for most of our larger events. So.
And have done it different ways. Like
yes, I have footage.
We've had it where we came out loud, strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we've had it where the first song might be acoustic, where we just do something and it's just a guitar, the piano. You know what I mean? But people still talk about the time we was out Virginia and we opened for Jump. And I think half the band was stuck in snowstorm or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody.
And we had to start because the promoter on that show.
And it was three of us on stage. Me,
Yeah.
Scooby, and who? Oh, it was
yeah.
Penny and O. No drummer, no nothing. Yeah, me, Scooby, Penny, O. 4 of us on stage.
All right.
And we ran through about 3 songs.
About to say, run it down. How does this go? The promoter says now or no money, and y'all say, all right, we gonna do
it. Started the show.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
I mean, but we good at doing acoustic things anyway. So I think that's probably that experience of being able to jam with just a guitar, piano, and a couple of voices. You know what I mean? Like with me and O and Dave and me on guitar, I know we can run through 7, 8 songs and still jam. You know
Confidently.
What I mean? Yeah. It ain't a lot of people that's gonna try it or even feel confident or comfortable doing it.
So no nerves. Y'all weren't nervous at all.
I'm not gonna say he might not have nerves. I'm looking at the situation like I ain't got no bass player. I was like, oh man, let me. I was like, what he about to call right now? Let me figure this thing out.
Know what I'm called, so that's a whole other thing. They never know what I'm called. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think doing a lot of solo shows, doing my Sirius stuff with just me and the guitar or me and the piano, kind of prepared me for those moments. You know what I mean? So I get it how they give it, man. Pause.
You know what? And your son's name is Mark Anthony, is that his name?
No, Drew Anthony.
Drew Anthony. Shout out to him. Definitely another musician in the family.
Man, that dude is rocking. Like
is
I
he a
can't
tourist
even.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah. All night in the studio, I'm sure.
19, yeah. All day, all night. Don't go outside. All they do is write, make songs, and produce.
Which is a dope vibe as well.
Yeah.
So let's get into up and coming for y'all. Because I know y'all have a lot of events coming up for tourist season.
Yeah.
Of course, Wednesdays is privilege, right?
Yep.
Every
Wednesdays is
Wednesday.
privilege.
Is that when you doing your birthday party? Like, can you? I need to know.
Yeah, I need to know. We need to figure this out.
I don't. Hey,
Hello.
You say when you're gonna do a birthday party. I can't say that's necessarily my birthday party. I don't know. That day is my birthday. Just FYI.
We doing a party.
He gonna keep getting. Corey, do you hear this foolishness? He definitely gonna keep getting this
May the 18th is at privilege. That's just the early night. You know what I'm saying? And so for it to end at 12 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? I'm still looking to turn up a little bit after that. That's why.
That ain't gotta be it.
But I was also thinking about the Saturday night. That Saturday night we are at Fast 80s again with Rare Essence, I believe.
Oh well, let's turn up.
Yeah, and so that way I can perform
weekend.
early and then party
And
late.
crank on the end,
Yep.
on the other end.
You know it.
And then for the people that missed that one, they can meet you a privilege.
Oh, yeah, they can, but privilege is before that. But yeah,
Yeah, if they can't
we can
make
do
that one, they can meet you a privilege.
We can do that. And then we got some.
And you know what's crazy
week.
is we got 2 separate sets of fans or family or supporters.
All right, run it down.
So
I
we
need
got
to
people
understand.
so we play different at privilege,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, we do.
And we do it on purpose. You know what I mean? We want it's U Street. It's
More eclectic audience.
yeah, and so we get a different set of people that come down there. That's not gonna come to Fast Eddie's when we play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We play at Fast Eddie's with Essence. It's like we let our hair down, in a different way. But Wednesdays we let our hair down in a different way. But it's like, it's a lot of singing. We singing a lot of originals, not just go-go originals. You know what I mean? We got R&B originals that we do. So it's just it's a lot of fun musically.
So you're basically saying we're not going to get the same set at Fast Eddie's, at Privilege, it's something different.
Something different. It's levels to it. It's like wing sauces.
Here we go.
Wednesdays is like the
mild.
Yeah. Then Thursdays it get a little more spicier. By the time we get to Saturday, we at Inferno.
Muy caliente.
Check out the song Caliente by Sirius.
By Sirius Company on all social media platforms.
Perfectly there.
Wherever you get your music, Caliente is out there.
Well, speaking of music,
yeah.
What are the last songs that you guys dropped? Since we're already on the topic.
On Top of the Moon was the last one we dropped.
She Ready.
She Ready. Of course, the Christmas record. We got one that's coming out called Take It There, featuring John Williams again.
That's coming out.
Yeah.
When?
It's already done. We just kind of trying to properly promote it.
I can go with that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a nice record, and we're recording. We got like 3 or 4 other songs that that we're gonna put out this summer. So Lil Booty,
Big Booty.
You know that's my song.
BBW.
That's what you can call it, BBW.
Oh, that's the. Oh, so we going from we singing it for all.
No, we got
booties.
something for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. We got something for all booties and everybody.
From size 0 to size 10.
Okay.
Yeah, we got something for everybody. Little booties is from size 0 to 3. Yeah.
Man, he considers big booty starting at 4. You know what I'm saying?
Four?
At a 4, he considers that.
4?
Everybody got a little different taste, you know. Preferences. It's about shades out there. ain't nothing in black and white. It's about shades.
Hey man.
So I'm a 4 and up kind of guy. Yeah, Dave like the 1 to 3.
I'm a 1 to 5, 6.
A 1
1
to
to 6.
And you,
Give me an example of a 6.
and
Give me
you're
a
0 to 3.
A celebrity is a 6.
No, I'm starting at 4. So what's
Regina Hall.
she ain't no 6.
She might be like a 4 to 6.
Regina Hall.
Yeah.
Nah, man, she like a 3.
She man, I don't know. Nah.
3, 5. All right. So what's
Lord.
what would you consider like Megan Thee Stallion?
Oh. Interesting
She's
question.
she's a 10.
No, she ain't no 10.
She like 6 feet almost? How tall is she?
Let's Google it.
Megan Thee Stallion, she
Ask
might
somebody
be like
out there
6
in
feet
the
tall,
Facebook
son.
world, what size
Did they think Megan Thee Stallion is somebody?
jeans Megan Thee Stallion?
We gonna Google it.
And it's gonna be like a 36. She wear your size jeans.
Megan Thee Stallion is 5'10".
Oh, almost 5'10".
Yeah, she probably wear the same shoe size though.
It's nothing wrong. Listen.
That I'm not gonna go with that.
Ain't no problem.
Okay.
I'm just saying she 5'10", I'm 5'8". She probably can rock my Nikes.
Y'all can share.
mean,
Yeah.
It's a cheaper shoe bill.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying.
It's just one size.
But my point is, not that I have a fancy for Megan Thee Stallion. My point is that I like him thicker.
He likes him a little thicker than me. I mean, I like him petite.
Taking up space.
He-
More cushion for the pusher.
More cushion.
Heavier than a Chevy. Junk in the trunk.
Jesus
Swollen
Christ.
around the collar.
I don't have a preference. Don't let Scooby fool you. Like I said,
You like women.
I like women.
I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Listen, I ain't said I was in my day.
In your heyday.
In my heyday, I ain't said I would turn it down 0 to 3.
Yeah, but that just wasn't your preference.
That just wasn't.
It just I didn't want to do
He's
it. But
all
who's
he
gonna
still
say
thought
no?
they was little girls. He looked at them. He was like, "Who want that little girl over there?"
Boy,
Yeah.
where the rest of her shape? She melted out.
See what I'm saying? She ain't grown up yet. That's what he was saying.
A little more pork on the fork.
A little more pork on the fork. So let's talk about One Go-Go World.
One Go-Go World.
Yes, let's get
Yes.
into it.
Yeah.
Let's introduce the people because some people may not know who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Right.
And I want y'all to fill it in for them. You know, listen,
This
it's
is
all
it.
about the love.
Listen, man. One Go-Go World was started by me and Dave and our partner Daryl Brooks, and it was an idea that was birthed out of the pandemic. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Because we felt like it was a need there, and in doing so, we realized, one, how much money it took to run a network, and two, how much dedication it needs.
Yes.
It needs, on some everyday content. And so we want to bridge the gap between what the world sees of go-go and what we see as go-go. You know what I mean? I think it's a pretty far divide. And I think it's pretty evident whenever you go to clubs and you see, the DJs play their music.
Mm-hmm.
They playing, Doing the Butt, Sexy Lady, Overnight Scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Let me clear my
And
throat.
Let me clear my throat, yeah. Right?
So disgusted.
And getting the water.
At the water
dance. That's what I said.
And the
Yeah.
water dance.
Drop the mic. Yeah, said the water dance.
No.
So they don't know what they don't know.
Facts.
So they need somewhere where they can go and say, this is good go-go content. And oh, by the way, have you heard this song, this song, this song? Have you seen this group, that group? And I think it's important for us to, expose that and highlight the unsung heroes, if you will.
Okay, so let's get into it. So do you feel like part of that highlighting would be a situation where, like for most of these bands, like let's keep it real, should you be walking around with a thumb drive in your pocket when you walk into a club and you know it's a DJ in there? Should you have a thumb drive in your pocket?
I think
Should you have a platform where people can get the music from?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Yeah, because it's crazy to me. Like, y'all know with me being out and about, I've run into, fall and stumble, get invited to a lot of events, but then I leave and I can't find their music anywhere.
Yeah.
And if I don't record it,
And
But,
especially, go ahead, Dan.
I would say a lot of the problem is a lot of the bands aren't recording themselves with a high enough quality that they can give it to a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Right.
PA tapes are not really going to cut it. You have to have something that you can give to them that is really audible, that's really clear, that doesn't sound, you know what I'm saying, one keyboard is louder than the other, or things like something that's balanced that you can give to a DJ. It's going to make the party want to go. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this, since Dave said that. Our idea of cranking is a little bit, I'm going to say, different than what the industry is kind of used to sonically, right? And so, you know, a good PA tape with some almost distorted congos, some distortion in the 808, is good for me. I don't know what it is, but I like when the congos be loud. And you know what I mean? Like, we just grew up on that.
we feel it.
We feel it. And, it reminds us of being in front of that speaker.
Yes.
Yeah, but you put that to somebody who has never been to the go-go, and they're like, why does it sound like this?
Noise.
Yeah.
Noise.
Look,
The same way we felt about bounce when it first started.
Oh, absolutely.
It was noise.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was the thought process. What is this noise? What
Now
are we listening to?
I can't not dance.
What, the bounce?
Yeah, I
I'm
can't.
addicted.
Hey,
I'm cougar
so y'all-
clapping.
I'm glad y'all got hip, because that thing was moving from the day one.
I've been in love with bounce for a long time, but what it was respectfully, was a younger crowd. The crowd deterred me. Like, bounce really started getting like popular for me around the Mad Chef era.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
CFE, Mad Chef.
Yeah, but remember, CFE was what band for me? I wasn't coming back.
But on that other night when it was TCB.
I done rolled by and
we
seen that parking lot. I'm not doing
But
that.
if you remember, when we had what band in there, TCB was coming in there, Tony T and all
to
them
chill.
playing, not even to chill, but getting on stage with us, and we was
I remember.
there.
I remember, but they would be in there just parlaying with us too.
Yeah.
Cooling. Especially when it was bring your own.
Oh, yeah.
Those days. Jesus.
Yeah. I regret not being able to be in those environments because we was always working or I was always playing. That's the one thing I don't really like about
I used to chase y'all down to the Icon.
Yeah. Playing a lot, you don't really get to see
other
groups.
bands.
And that's my one regret. But every time I get a chance, I do try to fall in. I had fun playing with New Impression like a couple weeks ago.
TJ.
I meant to ask you how that went.
TJ,
Yeah, I wanted to get out there.
Alex,
They had to put me off the stage.
TJ, Alex, Spook, Yappa. Like, that's a whole cranking situation over there.
They had to put me off the stage.
Yeah, TJ's just as creative as you are.
Yeah, he dope.
Like, did you listen to the lyrics? The way he takes several different songs and mixes all of the lyrics together to make an original?
That night I didn't really pay attention to that.
Oh, because you was cranking.
No, I'm just saying we was having such a good time. And he was letting me go. And, you know, I wasn't going to be the old dude in there not cranking. So,
Oh.
you know,
You're not the old dude in the way in
He
the
got
room.
to keep up with the young kids.
I'm not going to ever be the old dude in the way.
Listen,
Ever.
you know they say it all the time. So, One Go-Go World, your vision, your idea, how did you feel about it? Because I know you're Mr. Audio Visual. I keep telling everybody,
Dave is a godsend, man.
listen.
He's an angel.
This guy.
He's an angel, man.
This guy. Now, the major thing is that as I'm looking online for everything that the bands are posting, that they as for YouTube and all that stuff, none of that stuff's quality for me was something I wanted to watch. And I felt that, like, you're looking at music videos for other for like these rock bands, even the ones that are local, and they're putting out stuff in HD quality and stuff like that. They getting on stage and they even at these music fests, they just look good. But none of our go-go stuff was looking like that. And so my objective for the entire thing was to present go-go to the world in a platform that everyone wanted to say, what is that and how can I get there? You know what I'm saying? To take the local go-go party that we be doing those live stream events and stuff like that and make it look desirable to people who weren't from here. So it's like Scoob said, I mean, we ran into a situation where we realized that takes a lot, you know what I'm saying? And especially with bands, even with the bands here, no one looking to do the stuff pro bono. You know what I'm saying?
You see me leaning in
Yeah,
forward.
everybody
You
wants
want
to
to talk
get
about it?
paid.
I'm sure y'all hip.
You want to
Yeah.
talk about it?
It's just a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? Coordinate that stuff together, putting the right people together, right events, having a venue that you can actually host, because you do have a band that has 10 to 15
But that's
people.
just the beginning. Well,
Yeah.
the beginning is the invite to see when they're available and y'all are available. That's the struggle.
Yeah.
But then it's the actual stage performance. Then it's the production side, because that's a whole nother side.
Oh yeah, I mean,
That's a whole nother bag.
trust and believe. Sitting back, editing those videos, and making everything look glossy or enough so you can put out, and making sure the audio lines up with people's mouths and all that stuff. Like, I mean, that just alone is a big deal. Whether you're live streaming or pre-recording, that is one of the toughest things you could ever do when it comes to audio video production.
It's a lot of man hours that people don't really appreciate either.
Yeah.
Period.
So,
Period.
and then it gets to, I hate to say this, but it gets to a point where you ask yourself, time away from your family,
Is it worth it?
time away from creating your own stuff, and you don't have the resources to really pay anybody to come in and say this is how I want it done. And so it's like, man, listen, do you really want to do it for a bunch of people who really don't appreciate that side of the business? Like for us, I'm gonna say us. I mean the go-go industry. Playing every week is really the apex of what you want to do, right? And I don't know. Well, no, it shouldn't be. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I would say, but that's what it is.
With one monthly show where you get your whole bag at one time be the whole goal, where you don't have to leave your family.
Hey,
numerous
people
nights
don't
a
understand that if
week
you play that one time monthly and you getting that whole bag. I mean, it's the greed. They see that. Well, if I did that one time, I could do it again. I could do it again. I could do it a week. You know what I'm saying? But it don't make sense.
It doesn't.
And the problem with that is it hasn't been done enough for it to be a desirable or a blueprint where somebody can follow it. Now, Pops in his later years was playing sparingly, and getting $7,000-8,000 a show. You know what I mean? But I don't know if any band, and we all follow what the top bands are doing. And from Rare Essence to Junkyard to Backyard, they all playing 3 nights a week, and every week. So that's what we're looking to do.
Minimum 3 times a week. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Minimum. Because I've seen some double gigging in one day, but go ahead.
We just did a triple gig the other day.
We triple beamed them people.
Yeah.
It was a good week though.
I know you triple beamed them.
On one day. Now we had we had our days with our weeks where we had 8 shows in 7 days. And it's tough on your voice, it's tough on your body, tough on your family.
Definitely tough on your family.
I would love to be able to get to the point to have enough records out to be able to play Richmond, DC, Carolinas, Georgia, Delaware on a weekly. on a monthly.
So like a
rotation.
tour.
Yeah. A rotation. Like if we did Richmond once a month, such and such once a month, and we playing 5 times a month.
Yeah.
But clearing 12,000-15,000 a
it
show.
only makes sense.
Then you talking about what you would have made in a week, 2 weeks.
And it's not as hard on your body.
Absolutely.
It's not as hard on your family. It's not as hard on your time.
And your creativity.
Yes.
And that's the biggest hit for me. Like some days after a week worth of work, I put my guitar down. I don't touch it until the next week when we gotta play.
Yeah.
And I hate to be that musician. I don't never want to be that guy. You know what I mean? So
once it starts feeling like work and it's not like a hobby anymore, yeah.
So I think we are working too much, but how do you turn it down?
I mean, for real, we've talked about this behind the scenes. I feel like for you guys, it's an addiction for y'all as well. The performing is an addiction. It's an outlet for y'all. It's a way for y'all to fellowship with each other, other musicians who understand each other. Because y'all have y'all own language on that stage. Like, y'all are y'all own tribe. Y'all are a tribe. This is your tribe. These are my people. This is what me and my people do together. We have a great time doing it together. Why not do it multiple times? But if it's a way where you can just set it up so you get this bag.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I admit, I took that time off. Remember, like I said, I stopped playing with the wet band the first time for probably about 2 years. And even in the last time I stopped with them was probably about a year. But missing missing being with the band itself, not even the total performance, but the silliness that goes on outside of the bands, the shows and stuff like that. Just being amongst that group that becomes family, you know what I'm saying, was hard on me. Like I really wanted to be back out, even though I didn't really want to be at the show so much. I just wanted to be a part of the group.
So basically, like the behind the scenes, the hanging out, the group chats, the creative part.
Absolutely.
But not the. I don't want to perform. I don't.
I mean, I really. It was a point where I was really done. Like I had lost the desire to perform when everything seemed like everybody was just all about money. When we first came in, and it was more so about, you know what I'm saying, the group, we were trying to build together, we were trying to do this and that. But when it became to everybody bickering, oh, this guy's getting more than I am, and why, oh, so you being shady about this, and I don't want to deal with none of that. I don't really care. I don't care how much I get paid right now. I really don't. But at the end of the day, I know I'm not going to be cheated on my worth, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's not what my goal is. If I can find a situation, which I found, in which a group of people are looking to do something and to build something, I want to be a part of that. So
I told you he was heaven sent.
He's a Taurus. You're a Taurus.
The boy's an angel.
The boy's an angel.
Yeah.
You're a Taurus. He's a Taurus. So speaking of creativity,
where were you going with this?
One Go-Go World, what are we doing with it creative wise? Because y'all took a hiatus. Because I do understand the funding part is hard. The consistency, the content creation has to be constant. Y'all are performing on a consistent basis, which makes it hard. And unless you have a gang of interns that just
want to do it.
Yeah, for the experience. I want to play for the exposure, as some of these bands say. What are you guys going to do with it? Because I really feel like it's a dope concept. It's a place where we can syndicate some of the shows that have been on. What do you got? Like, what's up? Like, what's up? And don't y'all look.
No. I was going to say, because I think he's going to say the same thing I was going to say.
Okay, let's go.
I'll let you go. Go ahead.
In a perfect world for me, and this, just spitballing, I would really like to have all of the serious people that really want to see the culture grow forward to get together and form one company. That would be my perfect world. I know we got a lot of different people that see it their way, and you know what I mean. But some of the most successful organizations or things that came from the ground had to come from the ground with people that had like minds. You know what I mean? So, I mean, everybody. I see all these things on the internet: the Uncensored Network, the Love Network, the such and such network. It's like, if we all came together, we could be a big network, because we are the content, and that's what really drove the idea in the very first beginning. Like we felt like we can be our own title, you know what I mean, where everybody can just
stream here with us,
lock down our content, right? It's here and it's ours, and we can have all the content that comes out of DC or comes out of Go-Go period.
Come from one source.
Have people subscribe to that.
But see, let me play devil's advocate and say what people believe or what they think in their mind. Oh, why would I do that when I can do it myself? Why do I need them to help me? Who died and made them the gods of Go-Go?
Exactly.
That's when you like pennies instead of dollars.
Yeah, by doing it by yourself, all you're doing is slicing up the pie. You know what I'm saying? Too much, and you taking the piece, he taking the piece, but nobody's really eating. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting crumbs.
Because we need all the strings together in order for us to start getting the views, the looks, the listens, and in order to do the things that y'all claim you want to do for the culture.
Yeah, sometimes I see that a lot of the blogs and the topics on Go-Go Report, and it's like, man, y'all really don't want this for real. Like you talk about it, but what it takes is really something simple. Like, we have enough eyeballs, enough ears inside a Go-Go community to make anybody go gold. Like, think about that. A gold record in Go-Go can be achieved just from streaming right here in the DMV. But we had to have nobody go gold because don't nobody really support. Right, like I really support. When Obsession came out with their record, I didn't even listen to it the first, 3 weeks I had it. But when it came out, I downloaded it and I paid 99 cents for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When Lil Chris put out his record recently, I paid $9.99 for the and that's a rap album. You know
Just
what I mean?
and I did too. Yeah.
So it's like, do we really support or do we like taking pictures and posting about it? You know what I mean? Like, so we got to do a better job as a community in saying, I heard such and such put a record out. Let me post it first, then let me go buy it, and then let me download it to my Apple, whatever you use.
And let me play it when I go live so people can hear it in the background. It's a million
Exactly.
ways to bring
We
it
playing
full
everybody
circle.
else's stuff. We putting them behind TikTok filters and everything else like that, but we don't support each other at all.
We got to be our own ecosystem. And the thing is, let me say this real quick.
You good?
The thing is, it takes 99 cents to buy a single, right? I feel like I'm on a commercial when they be talking about, just 25 cents a day, a cup of coffee a day. You talk about 99 cents, right? So I don't want to hear about the Snoop record being bad, which, you might not have liked it, or the CeeLo record being, you might not have liked it, but it was us, and nobody should be able to calling their own baby ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had that little ugly joint. It's your baby.
Unique thing. You
It's
so unique.
Unique.
Got the good head.
Right? So
Look at them earlobes.
So we all got different preferences on what songs should be like or what it should sound like. But we such a small community in the grand scheme of the world that it gotta start somewhere with us supporting whatever we putting out. You know what I mean?
So how do we redefine support? Because I've always felt like in order for us to move forward, we need some type of hierarchy. Like, we don't have a blueprint.
Yeah.
We don't have industry standards. Real talk, we don't.
Yeah.
Like, we have a performance standard, but it's no industry standard. Like, on the rap side, they figure out a way to fund it. And if they gotta buy all of the downloads themselves, they do it.
Yeah, the rap side, they definitely, even in DC, the rap side, they support each other. They come out to each other's little events and all that type of stuff. The different rappers, they'll come out, even if they competition between each other and stuff like that, but they still show love to each other here and there. You know what I'm saying? In the go-go thing, we just, for whatever reason, we just want to compete with each other. And I don't always understand that. You know what I'm saying? I do understand some of the battles here and there, but why we trying to take each other down? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense to me.
And I think a part of it is just psychological, warfare. You put any small group of people inside of a room with limited resources, and they're gonna fight about it.
Yeah, I mean, because truth be told, I've said this to two. I've said it on the air before. This area still has a slave mentality. No disrespect to anybody. This area was one of the biggest slave breeding areas. So I feel like that mentality has been ingrained in us from generations before. And we just don't understand that, like, look, if we all put everything right here.
That's not a go-go problem. That's a black problem.
I mean, it is. It is. But predominantly in this culture.
Yeah. I mean, for real, and I'm going to say this. So with us, and I'm talking about go-go music, we've lost that sense of pride no matter what. Right? When I was coming up in the late 80s and early 90s, go-go had a sense of chip on our shoulder, this is who we are, and we don't care what you think. Now we've lost some people to being, for lack of a better word, bougie, or I ain't with that go-go shit, you know what I mean? Or I don't do that no more. Like
it's a bad thing.
Like it's a bad thing, right? And so now we only show that pride when we on a cruise ship in Bahamas, or you might hear doing the butt. Now you like DC in the house, and now you want to throw your hands up. But when you home, you won't even go to a go-go. You know what I mean? Or you won't even buy a go-go record.
I'm too old for that. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. That ain't. It's crazy.
I see it all the time. When we out of town, I be seeing joints that be like DC. They play a sexy lady or something like that, and I'm in Florida. And there's nobody else in there. I see a couple DC dudes in there. DC in the building. But y'all don't even go to a go-go or support go-go when you get in the building. But when you go out of town, you want everybody to know.
That's how you claim where you from.
That's where I'm from. You know what I mean? So don't use it for clout chasing. Use it, to really support it.
So how do we bring this support back? Because I feel like that's where we are right now. Because truth be told, welcome to No Gray Area. The views expressed by Kapri Monique are solely the views of Kapri Monique. They do not reflect the views of Scooby, of Dave, of the Love Network, of Mitch Craft, Party Posse 360, or anything else I'm associated, affiliated, or close to. Period. It's
You
just
gonna say
me.
what you gonna say?
Yeah. So I feel like right now, what's going on for me, the wild part is, I say this all the time. When you go in, cereal out, a million different kinds of cereal.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But like when it comes to go-go, you have to pick which band you like, and you got to stand with that band.
Yeah.
You got to rock with that band. If somebody go against that band, you got to jump on the internet and like all of that big wild stuff. Instead of, and even respectfully with some of the promoters, because some promoters only book certain bands, and I get that you're trying to get your return guarantee. But what you don't understand is that pits people against one another, and it makes them fight and compete, and it makes them feel like, oh no, I got to step on his toes in order for me, and I got to backdoor in order. If the promoters got together a lot more genuinely, and I'm not just talking about the mega conglomerate shows, like get together, put some of these up and coming bands on, because as we can see, some of our older bands are getting older.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a change in the garden. If this is the way you're making your money, you got to invest in the next chapter of it. Yeah. You can't just stay stuck. All right, look, I know Sirius company going to bring me my crowd, so this is the only band that I'm going to work with, and I'm going to add other bands alongside them, because we don't use the term opening up, because that's alongside. We add other bands alongside them, and we're going to see which connection works the best, and we're going to drill that into the ground. And then when that crowd doesn't want to come out anymore, we're gonna swap it out and do it again. Y'all killing us, Smalls. Y'all killing us. Like, we gotta bring the camaraderie back. We have to bring the support back. We have to bring the mentality of the Love Network of one go-go world. Like, we have to bring that mentality back. How do we do it?
That's a good question. And I don't have a short answer. But I will say that, you know, if it's up to people, you know, like us, and just continue to put music out, I think it starts with hits.
It does.
Somebody has to put out a song that have people gravitate to us. You know what I mean? It has to have a personality. And that's one of the things that I say every chance I get, man. Music is driven by personality these days.
Facts.
Right? So, you have to, if your singer is singing a song and, you know, you the lead talker, that don't resonate everywhere, right? So sometimes you got to get out the way and let them people sing, and hopefully we can get a hit. And then that's when, you know, things come, and more opportunity, resources, all of that kind of stuff.
So I just heard lead talker share your stage. It's not about you talking the whole night. It's not about you being the center of attention. If you have an arsenal, put your arsenal in position to be successful, because that arsenal may be what pushes your band and this culture over to the next level. Yeah. I heard that. Come on, D. Cleve. I know.
But I kind of got two things. Somewhere on the lead talker thing, it's not even about that. It's just the lead talker understanding his crowd, understanding what his role is on the stage is 9 times out of 10 to facilitate what happens with the rest of the band. Not to be the showman all the time, but to facilitate what happens with the band and make sure everything happens in decency and order. And also to for a lot of the bands to understand that the bands themselves to know that people are looking at you. You have to, like you say with the go-go competition. You know what I'm saying? You have to put on a show. You have to have a presentation for people, something they want to see.
Yes.
So don't turn around and face your band while you're on stage. You know, you're performing for the people out there. Your band has seen you perform before. They don't need to see you again. Turn around and face the people in the crowd talking to them.
I've seen so many lead talkers' backs lately. It is just...
Oh, yeah. It's like, the most hideous thing in the world to me.
You say what?
It's become a thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not a thing, though, because I don't want to see your back.
It's horrible.
Like, for real, I don't want to see your back.
Yeah. But I also think the bands need to learn how to build an audience.
Correct.
And so if the bands would, instead of trying to get on all the promoter shows, make the promoters come to them. Find a venue that they can play at. You know what I'm saying? That they can get on their own, that they can build a crowd at. Stay there for as long as they have to the point where people are like, yeah, I hear about this spot over here and this band's over here and they're only there. There's no promoter over there. They band's just doing it on their own.
So let's pause. Can you do that by going live from that?
Nah, absolutely not.
Okay, let's talk about it. You do it? I think that's self-sabotage.
I'm not going to completely say that, because It depends on how long you're going live for.
The whole show.
Yeah, the whole show is ridiculous to me.
I'm going live the whole show.
I don't need to come out.
Yeah.
Because I can watch it from where? At home.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to me. But to give people to go live for a part of the show and then say, hey, yeah, I need to see you guys. Hey, I'm watching my live. Come on down and see me. This is that. And then in the show, you know what I'm saying? And say, hey, next week, I need to see you. That type thing. Give them a tease. That works.
But see, my biggest thing is, and some people in my band are guilty of it. I go see a lot of concerts, right? I just went to the Babyface and Kim concert this weekend. And not one musician on stage was looking at their phone, was texting. I mean, we're in a club setting, so, having a drink is not always so bad. But, if you're entertaining, you got at least 20 minutes before you can get to your phone in 20 minutes. I'm sure the text message can wait.
It'll be there.
Sure, you know what I mean? It's going to be there. So, and then whoever you messing with should know you on stage. Like, come on, man. Like, let's entertain these people and stop being into ourselves so much that we act like we supposed to be there. Like, when you start taking this stuff for granted, it's gonna be snatched from you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I'm all for the clubs having lockers. When you walk in the club, like you gotta put your phone in a locker.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be me. That'd be my club.
No chairs in the club. Everybody don't dance no more.
No,
but we had
a
conversation about that after March Mayhem because, truth be told, I think March Mayhem was a gem for me. Because it was a situation where people were actually enjoying themselves. Yeah. I didn't see this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say y'all. I mean, that was probably one of the most exciting things I've seen in the last couple of years. That was different that nobody else was doing. Mm-hmm. It worked out really, really good, and like I really commend y'all for putting that on. That thing was amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. Like I think the recording all night throws things off because, truth be told, we talked about it. Whatever I do in the club, I do in the club. It's just like Vegas. I wanted to stay there.
Yeah. Old school though, Kapri. We gotta understand that.
They want to film everything.
I get that. Yeah. I get that. However, if I'm standing there having a conversation,
you can't be having fun.
How many times I gotta say that?
If I'm standing there having a conversation and you are like this with your camera in my face and I don't know you, I'm automatically uncomfortable because where's this stream going? Who are you sending it to? Who's watching it? And what's going to come on the other side? Especially because people see what they want to see. Perception is a thing.
Yeah.
Like we got to get back to the fun in the Go-Go's. Like when you go see Kevin Hart, you can't record.
I'll be honest with you. When I used to... It's long. All them longs. Long.
You hear all these longs?
When I used to go, like, I still enjoy being in the crowd.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not doing no VIPs and standing behind no rope.
Oh, I am.
Like back
but I like the crowd
when I used to go and be in the crowd, long time ago, I'm trying to find something to freak on.
And that's why I say you can't even do that because next thing somebody like this, and then that joint got to your significant other, and you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a whole.
And I gotta say, I'm just dancing.
You know what I'm saying? This is how we dance.
Have you seen the movie Dirty Dancing?
Or some big wild stuff like somebody might take it and edit it down and put it up as a short little clip, just like, oh look at my man Scooby, like just being Bammers.
Next thing you know, Scooby was having sex on the dance.
Oh,
have y'all seen the new? Y'all seen the new? You know, he said he was
put it
sexing
away,
the
Scooby. Put it away.
How do you feel about like there's that Instagram page with the dude who posts the videos with the girls freaking, he does his commentary, whatever that is.
I think
that's what it is. Hilarious.
I think it's hilarious. But as a woman, would I be comfortable with it now?
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
There's no telling what you're going to say out your mouth. And you don't know the level of these people's self-esteem. Like, they just out for real having a good time.
I think the self-esteem pretty evident.
I mean, not if you got your face buried in your butt.
She's like, oh yeah, man, she done slapped her on the head with her other girl ass. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah?
Never float your boat.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not knocking it, but like my comfort level is just different because a lot of us are professionals outside of what we do at night, and we have lives outside of this culture. So like this right here, and then it's even more bamified if you see me and Scooby talking, and you semi-cool with one of us, and you so pressed, oh yeah, Kapri and Scooby over here talking right now. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a different world, man.
It is. They live for cameras, and me.
Attention is the new drug, bro.
Social media is a part of that drug.
Trust and believe. Like we talked to when we were promoting the record and stuff, we were talking to some of the A&R people in there about what we need to do and stuff like that. And they were telling us about how we need to manage social media. And no matter what I do, I cannot find it in myself to put my focus in that. Like I don't take enough pictures. I'm just not that guy.
I try, but I can't find the balance.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
We old. No, it's not that.
My son's not that guy. My son don't do it either.
But my son doesn't either.
I ain't gonna say we can't
but
anything about that.
But we also raised them to be the way that they are too, to separate from life.
All three of our kids not like that.
Yeah, we raised them to separate from life. But the thing is, like, I'm used to hand and in person. Like, for real, like, give me my flyer in my hand. I want to see, like, the social media flyers don't really matter to me for real, because I see them scroll. They all are starting to look the same anyway. So
I'll have them ugly as mud. Don't get me started.
you know you don't want to get me started on the grammar and the presentation that y'all had for this culture that y'all claim y'all want to win a Grammy, but y'all can't even check your flyers properly. But you know, it is because the thing is, you never know who's watching and who's looking from the outside.
Yeah. I got some lotion.
It's too late. It's too late. My hands
it's too late to apologize.
It's too late. It's too late. So.
Man, these don't look like I've been smacking.
Oh, you been playing car?
Scooby been working on a car somewhere. That's what that is.
He probably was out back in the yard. You know, you can catch Scooby raking leaves, painting yards, refinishing Congos in somebody's driveway. You never know when you'll see this tourist trying to master a new talent.
So it's gang.
You know, listen, bully gang.
We should have brought Marcus.
We was trying to get Marcus. Marcus, he said he had to go. I called Marcus. I tried to get Marcus up
Shout
here.
Out to Super
he said
G
he had to go. He had to go to church.
Yes, listen. Super G ran a whole promo. Inbox Scooby and tell him you want more Super G. And I was so psyched. I was so psyched. He was like, inbox him right now. Tell him I need more Super G on the stage. He was like, yeah, I put it on the foot, but y'all wanted me to crank. We ain't get a chance to tell Scooby. Like,
Super G is hilarious.
That's my guy. Another Taurus.
He's the man.
Another Taurus.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and definitely a loyal supporter of anybody he bangs with.
Yeah, that's my man.
So let's figure out how we gonna get this conglomerate together, man. This culture, it needs a future, and I don't want it to go away with us old people, and I want it to be properly displayed.
Yeah.
So let's give the culture some advice. What can they do from both of you guys? Because y'all both have an eye. What can this culture do to sustain and survive and to make itself better? It's like a 3-part question that you can condense however you would like.
I'll give him one thing. It like I said, it's just overall get an outside opinion of the quality of the material you're trying to put out. Just because, like, your opinion, you're gonna think everything you do is great.
It cranks.
Yeah,
Everything cranks.
This mean, but make
cranks.
sure before, like, I mean, there's no harm in having a quality of assurance group or a test group that you can put it out and say, hey, what y'all think about this? This works, this doesn't work, this and that. So before you really start distributing things, especially when you're looking to put things out for the world to see, just release it out to a small group first, see what the reviews come back, and make sure it's not a group of your best buds, because they always gonna give you an opinion that they think you like. So
the yes man.
Yeah.
The yes squad.
Sycophants is what we call it. But I mean, for me,
Algae eaters.
I think that it starts with the material, the imaging, just like any other artist. You know what I mean? And we got to do a better job of putting our best look forward, along with our best music. I see a lot of stuff. I see a lot of bands that just don't care enough about the imaging. And, you know, I think with Sirius Company, we've tried to always look the part as if we were a major artist. If you don't consider yourself a major artist, then you know.
Defeating yourself before you even get on the stage.
Yeah,
mentally.
or not really defeating yourself, but you got to define what it is you want to accomplish out this business, right? You want to say, am I going to be a club singer, which is perfectly fine. They are all over the country. You know what I mean? I went to Nashville and saw 12 bands at least, and all of them was a cover band. You know what I mean? So it's nothing wrong with that. All of them making a living. But if you are deciding that you want to be an artist, a go-go artist, then, you know, check the boxes before you put your stuff out and, you know, make it quality. That's all.
So
I'm going to support it either way. I'm going to buy it.
Me too. And I'm a crank it when I do my crank ride or when I'm just going live sitting in the car talking to y'all. When I make my videos, I'm going to play it. It's proven. The bands will tell you if you send it to me and it's clean, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
A-Lane said, I think y'all could do it, but as a collective, many of these no-name rappers, no knock, get that plus for just an appearance. But it's about the mystique that grows from not being as accessible.
Yeah, I agree with that, but we have to stop comparing go-go to rap. Rap is pop music now. Like, it's the most popular music in the world.
Go-go is a performance genre.
Yeah, so we got to stop comparing the two. We are band-driven, so we don't have many go-go artists. Super G is a go-go artist.
Yes.
Risa Renee can be considered a go-go artist. But when you have bands, just the whole process is different in terms of how we travel, how we tour, how we could tour. Logistically, it's a nightmare. So the money isn't there to be able to support the same kind of travel and same kind of thing that a rapper could do.
But to say, because we talking for the bands off the break, Miami,
without paying the band.
2 or 3 to the room.
Yeah. It's a struggle.
I'm gonna say almost $10,000 probably. Easy.
Yeah.
You got flights to and from.
Before you pay the band.
You got flights to and from the airport. You got transportation to and from. You got housing. You got to feed the people at some point in time. They got to eat.
Yeah.
And then you got to get them to and from the venue and back to the hotel. Like, all of that costs money. None of that is, you can't expect them to rent their own vehicles once they get that. Like,
yeah. Some promoters have done that. I ain't gonna name no names though.
This is the no gray area. I'm not gonna do that to you. No. We establish business relationships.
We'll keep that in the black.
Yeah, listen. Y'all know the real no gray area starts when the cameras go off. When the lights go off and we break it down, that's when the real no gray area starts.
Yeah.
The logistics of traveling is a crazy thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people compare individual rappers to bands, and the other thing that they don't understand is that rapper may have an entourage, but that's his financial responsibility. It's not the responsibility of the promoter, because it's a lot easier for me to say, all right, well, it's a band down here. I just need a Congo player, Scooby, Kim, Dave on keys.
Yeah.
The rest of y'all stay home. I'm good.
And
they good.
Promoters try that too. But the one thing I will agree with her on is that, those no-name rappers, I hate to call them no-names, but some of the rappers that have less popular, who have followings, who, they put out music.
They have a strong social media presence as well for most of them.
Right. And so, my son, he follows guys I've never heard of. But they have shows here at the City Winery, pack it out. Go to Philly, pack it out. Go to Atlanta, pack it out.
U Street Music Hall.
Like, so
I've taken my son to I took him to his very first concerts there.
Yeah.
What's his name? Isaiah Rashad? Isaiah Rashad was the very first person he ever saw in concert live. Never heard of him, but now I love his music.
Yeah. So, and it starts with putting out good quality music and building a fan base, even outside of where you live. So that's what we got to do. We got to put out more quality music and develop fan bases outside of here, so we can travel, so we can support those logistic problems. You know what I mean? And be able to have promoters. I'd love to get a contract with Live Nation right now.
That would be so dope.
You know what I mean?
So how do we do the visual content?
That's what I want to say. Black Alley just started recording another video the other day. You know what I'm saying? And
so did Obsession.
Yeah, the band's got to be more interested in that and understand that. Stop waiting on somebody else to do it for you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got to invest in yourself if you want to be successful. So,
yeah. And that's the one thing for real. I think we've kind of taken we've taken it personal. Like in all of our videos, we feel like we're quality videos that could be played on MTV, the BET, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's we try to set the bar in terms of go-go videos that you can take a couple $1,000 and shoot a great video. And I think that's the first thing we got to start taking pride in. Don't give your man $300 with his with his Canon video recorder and thinking there's some guys that can turn around some good videos for $300, but invest in yourself and put it out there. And we got people. I can show you the Apple Music statistics. We got people that play our songs in Germany every day.
That's so beautiful.
Japan, Netherlands. You know what I mean? I'm looking at these places that's been played. Sierra Leone. Like, I'm like, man, that's crazy. And we just put the record out 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can see how many times the video has been played, how many times the song has been streamed, and where it's being streamed. So imagine I put a couple zeros on the back of 50, right? So now we got 5,000 people that listens to me in Germany every day. I can go to Germany and perform for a 300-seat venue.
I believe you could and sell it out.
And sell it out for 2 days and pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? So it don't take a lot. It's just, but it has to start with good quality music and imagery.
Oh, I don't have anything to say. That don't look at me. That's where I'm at with the entire thing.
Look, and then he turned away from me, y'all.
Yeah,
He's like,
no, you know what I'm saying. You know what that is. That's the best way. Everyone just needs to invest in themselves, and I think too many of the bands are looking for handouts. They're waiting for that promoter to put them on the next show. They're complaining about how come they don't get this and that show and stuff like that. No, absolutely not.
Do you need a promoter?
No, the promoters will come to you once you have a great show. Yeah. Well, not even the bag.
That's how OP Tribe started.
Yeah.
We ain't never had promoters. We used to throw our own shows on Playground.
What band was the same way?
Yeah, what band was absolutely the same way.
And I started from the
promoters
mud.
wouldn't book us.
The mud with
you know what I'm saying?
though.
Safari Steakhouse, we sitting at that joint at G's nightclub.
Yes.
We had no promoter.
No, I started
sitting there. Nobody would book us for nothing.
I started from the mud.
Huh? Hey, the G's nightclub, we had 15 people in there in my first venue. Safari Steakhouse, 25. My first night there.
About to say, I was there when it was only 4 of us in there, and it was an empty club, and I danced in every corner of the club, made my way to the bar, bought food, everything. Because we here now.
Might as well enjoy yourself.
Yeah, but that's my favorite because I can actually dance and do what I want.
Yeah.
And that was before the cell phone camera era with people, before you could upload videos to social media. Like, you could really have a good time.
Face down, ass up.
No.
Wait a minute.
No.
But that's where I said the bands themselves, especially they in these situations, you can form a relationship with the club owner. The club owners have off nights. You know what I'm saying? You talk to the club and say, hey, on the off night, y'all not doing enough. You're not making no money anyway. If your venue is going to be open, you mind sliding us in there? If we can help you guys build a crowd and we get this many people in here, you give us a couple bucks. You don't need a promoter to do that.
So
you know what I'm saying? What's going on?
How about we set up outside of a club during the summertime? Like, y'all sell food in here. Today, your off day. Put somebody out here on the grill. Let us crank the parking lot and let us sell your food out. Like, it only makes sense. You gotta make it make sense.
Yeah.
The visual part is not just the video production. Right. It's the way you are visualized in the community as well. Mm-hmm. We gotta start rebuilding those connections now. Like, it's time.
And the bands in general get business cards. You know what I'm saying? Put your name out there. People need to know who you are. If you come to a club and you don't have nothing representing yourself.
Though? Do you own your name? Is it your name?
Yeah.
Like, is it yours? Yeah, that's a whole nother segment for a whole nother day. But
I can tell you there's been plenty of times I've gone to different venues and I've seen the bands. I'm like, oh, they sound all right, and I have no idea who they are because no one's telling me. they just there, they perform, they doing. I was like,
we've been guilty of that too, though.
Yeah,
so
we have.
Come up to the stage and ask who we are. We need a banner.
Or imagery to put back on the memorial or something like that.
Yeah, I took for granted how.
You need to just put Sirius and Company on your baseball caps because you like the way your hats.
You said it wrong. She just you heard what she said, right?
You see what I'm saying?
There you go, Kapri. Look, we gonna. But
he know why I did it though. But you get it. It's about branding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put it on a hat. Put it on a shirt. You're out all the time, huh?
We got some towels coming out.
Do it. We gonna need them for the summer.
There's some terrible Sirius Company towels.
We gonna need.
They wipe towels.
They what?
Huh?
You said what?
Out of control.
What? That's how you going?
Out of control.
Everybody need wipe towels. First you wipe, then you fold that blend over one time.
And then you get the other side. That joint say SC on all sides.
Yeah. I'm saying if you got something on your face.
Designed by Montu Mitchell.
Look, he like, absolute. Don't you encourage this? But that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say.
Mitch Crab at his finest.
Wicked.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I took for granted. I really took for granted my younger days. I had Ignatius Mason, who was Ican's father.
Yes, shout out to Ican.
Who managed OP Tribe, right?
Yes.
Every show we had Immigrant. We had this big banner that he actually handmade and painted. And I never really I took everything that he kind of taught us for granted until I had to get older and run my own band. Like he was on it when we was 14 and 15. He was just pouring it into us, bro.
Yeah, the branding part is huge because people know you.
Yeah.
People know you. But do people know y'all?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all are individual brands. So, a person right now, honestly, Dave, if they saw you, who would they associate you with?
What band?
What band?
Period.
Yeah. They still associate with me with listeners.
And OP Tribe.
And OP Tribe.
Yeah.
Man.
But see.
Oh, can I say something real quick?
Of course.
Because I told you I'm scatterbrained.
You good. You a Taurus. We
Some
do that.
things just pop in my brain. I gotta go. So listen, I seen that post the other day. Listen did not come from OP Tribe. I don't know who keeps saying
All
that.
right. Let's set the record straight
I'm gonna
right
give y'all a
here.
history
No
lesson.
gray area. Let's go.
You know what I mean? This is the no gray area.
Yeah, spit it.
With a camera. That's the camera.
that's the
Listen did not come from OP Tribe. Officially, Listen was together in 1992. Around about the same time I got the OP Tribe. We just had a different name. When I left OP Tribe, I was already singing with Listen for almost 8 years since high school. So it was me, Mike, Tuffy, and O, Jermaine, and Ed. Ed passed away in a car accident. We were still smooth and subtle. We changed our name to Listen, had our first show at the States Theater in Virginia where we put a band together. The band consisted of Keenan was the keyboard player, 3 horn players from Woodson marching band, and Dwayne Thomas from Eastern on Congo. On drums, and Congo Mark was on congos. That's when Listen's first show, and then we started playing up Tacoma Station in front of 5 people. Only girls that was there was the girls that went to school with us. So. After
I love this.
After OP Tribe broke up, I brought over Avell to the band, and Dwayne was doing some other stuff on drums. We ended up getting Quick, and that's how Penny and Vale got in the band. Oh yeah, Mark. We fired Mark. I don't know if we fired Mark. We quit. Either way, Mark went
was gone.
He was gone, and we got Penny. And that's how, Listen became the popular Listen. That's when we really started getting, really good. And so, this whole idea with OP Tribe, me and E was never in Listen together. Never, ever.
Say it again.
Me and E were never in Listen together. E came when I left. And Deo, and Yanni, and Mike on the front. And me, Tuffy, and O started our own band called Listen the Group. So... I just wanted to clear that up. When you say OP Tribe and Listen in the same sentence,
it clicked. Look, you see, I lean back like.
Look, his heart started racing.
No.
We're gonna fix this right now.
Yeah, because I've been seeing some crazy stuff on the internet. Yeah, it's like people think they be knowing stuff. Then I heard, I don't want to go. I'm gonna say something for the book. Check out my book coming 2029. That's how long it's gonna take me to write it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What is it gonna be? A trilogy?
No, he gonna get sidetracked. He gonna start the
real
book
though.
one day.
No.
He gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, yeah, I'm gonna start writing and I want to do something.
Me
else.
too. I got a whole half a book written in the house. I need to.
Nah, listen, we need to do a docu-series for real.
You do.
That story is crazy. Crazier than y'all would ever imagine. Crazy.
Do you think that people will be transparent and honest about the story?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna have a voiceover?
They said all of them still talk.
All of us, we talk every day. All of us. Like we got, we in the group chat, Jonah, talking trash. We talked about it. I wanted to do a writing session where everybody just come in and we kind of write down our memories, and then have somebody who actually writes series to kind of come in and kind of formulate it. Yeah, snowfall that blend.
No, I don't want it to be snowfall. People I like die on snowfall.
Listen,
I don't like it.
Listen.
It's one of my faves.
Listen story.
Who's Franklin? Are you Franklin?
Nah, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question.
Who's Franklin?
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll be a dope story.
So y'all heard it here first.
Yeah.
The record has been cleared.
It's like 5 hobbies on steroids.
If we need to run this footage back for those of y'all, he and E were never.
We were never in Listen together.
Thank you. And OP Tribe did not what?
OP Tribe did not start Listen. Listen didn't come from OP Tribe. we was singing together. We was singing together in school when OP Tribe was playing up the Ibex. So yeah, that's the official.
That's the
Heard it
official
from me,
tissue.
horse's mouth.
Okay. Heard it directly here.
Y'all ain't got no drinks, liquor, nothing.
I can't drink, you know.
What you
No,
do, Ramadan?
He can't.
Nah,
Ramadan over,
I just
man.
had a procedure today. You know?
not.
I told you.
End of the month.
My back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't drink.
I thought you
That'll be
couldn't
me
drink.
soon.
I wait. She said I'll be her soon.
Yes, I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
The relief of the pain is gonna be amazing.
Shout out to all my people with back problems out there.
Father God, heal them.
Yeah, I would say there's healing in the building.
Listen, we had our healing conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about God?
No.
About this back.
Oh, okay.
These back issues.
I thought we was
This
going
old
somewhere else.
age-
No, here you go.
Nah,
we not starting that with you today. Yeah.
I was
We not.
I'm not doing it. No gray area.
Yeah, so no gray area.
No gray area.
We all know.
Shout out to God.
Always. And speaking
Hey,
of God,
don't mess with Scooby. Like, no, for real.
it's about to go down.
Don't mess with him.
Nah, I'm serious.
Your date
Yeah, I
of
know
birth,
you are. I know how
Your
serious you
date
can
of
be.
birth and your date of death. That dash in the middle.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
What do you want that dash to mean in this culture? What is your legacy to the culture?
I want to be remembered as the greatest go-go artist that ever lived. Honestly.
High five to us, because you know we shoot high.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's
I'm
honestly
psyched.
that's honestly what I want to be remembered as. If I
What-
fall short, I'll still be.
Then start calling yourself that now. Put it on a damn T-shirt. Wear it everywhere you go.
Nah, I think that's
Make
too
them
much.
remember
That's
it.
one thing I think is too much of. People calling their own self great.
Nah,
Wow.
Listen,
you don't want to. I had to
Look,
stop
everybody
very
all of a sudden
quickly.
need to. Everybody need to beat their chest.
I had to stop very quickly. I had to stop very quickly.
Everybody out here beating their chest.
Everybody's
you know what
a
I'm saying?
gorilla in the mist
It's crazy
right now.
right
And I
now.
ain't never seen none of these gorillas in the jungle.
Look,
but
spotlight on me.
Let somebody
That's
else
what
call
it
you
is.
the GOAT. Let somebody else call you. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's just like when people say I live a humble life. No, you don't, because
Yeah.
humility doesn't speak
as
on
soon as you
itself.
say the
Humility
word.
is a lifestyle. Once you tell me you're humble, you're not humble.
I keep telling everybody.
That's not how.
You
It's
said
do
that
the
before.
exact
they
opposite
keep
of
the,
that.
the moment you decide to start speaking on yourself, you are no longer humble. You know what
Hello.
I'm saying? That is the most craziest thing in the world to me.
Yeah, you know, I da-da-da-da, but I'm humble.
I've
though.
always been a humble guy. No,
No.
you haven't. Young, if you wouldn't have to say it. Everybody else would say.
We
You
would
like, you know
know.
that guy?
yeah.
Humility is a lifestyle. It's not a word you can use to describe who or what you are.
Seek peace.
Always. And crank. Your dash.
I don't seek to be remembered. I just seek to be felt. At the end of the day, I want my work to stand for everything that I do. So I really don't care if people know my name or know anything else about me, but just know what I've done and see that and let it stand for itself. So
You want to be felt. Wait a minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
Out here. Hey, Taurus. This
There you
damn
go,
Taurus just
man.
took
This
it all
guy,
the way
man.
left.
Come on.
Can't
I'm
go
just
there.
saying.
He wants to. This guy always trying to make something to nothing.
Hey, man, my man say he want to be felt.
Somebody said there's too many
Ladies,
goats.
my man say he want to be felt.
Somebody said there's too many goats.
Everybody, listen.
Everybody can't
I'm
be
a-
the greatest of all time. Respectfully. How much time
Know
do we
me.
have?
No, I'm not know me today.
How much time do we have?
It's ridiculous.
Everybody can't be a goat.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if you are a goat, you're not a self-professed goat. The world states that you're a goat.
Yeah, let the people decide.
Let the people say that that's what you are. It's cute to classify yourself as everything.
Yeah.
It means nothing at the end of the day. If the numbers don't stand, you can call yourself a great, a legend, the best, whatever. But if them numbers ain't adding up, it's all cap. You
Humbly,
capping.
humbly and respectfully speaking, I will say that I do probably work the most.
You're a
Respectfully,
Taurus.
humbly.
You're a Taurus.
humbly speaking.
Just humbly speaking.
Yeah, I'm not.
Humbly speaking, I probably work the most.
I mean, Scooby, you should let me say that.
Yeah,
what I'm
my
saying?
bad.
You should. No, it's too late. It's
Can you
already
say it
out
now?
there.
Say it
I
for
could
me
have said,
now.
but and, I mean,
Say he
I
works
just
the
want to
most.
let y'all know that. I mean, just honestly, I think Scooby works the hardest out of everybody
Yeah.
out here.
I appreciate that.
You
Man.
know
I
what I'm
wasn't even gonna say that. I wasn't even
You know what
gonna
I'm
say that.
saying? That's how I go.
Taurus.
Man, he doesn't.
Like bulls in the china
Yeah.
closet.
Hey man, nah, I'm messing around, but nah, I do work the most.
No homo. I don't even know how that.
I don't even know
gotta
how
say
that works.
You just gotta say it every once in a
Yeah,
while to
because
cover
just to
everything.
cover everything
Yeah.
that was said before that might not have been right.
You gotta say pause, man, because
Upcoming
That's it.
shows.
Oh, my bad.
What's
Pause.
coming up, guys? I know. Listen,
Wednesday,
Privilege.
every Wednesday at Privilege.
I gotta make it out there.
The old U Street Music Hall, 1115 U Street. Tomorrow at Capitol Lounge.
Yep.
Shout out to Tasha and
No,
Stephanie.
that's not tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, brother.
What's tomorrow?
Wednesday.
So where we at?
Privilege.
Yeah, you
Y'all
right. No, I'm
at
sorry.
Privilege tomorrow.
Privilege tomorrow.
I got you.
This Thursday we at Capitol Lounge. Right, you right.
Yeah.
What's Friday?
Friday, let's see. Friday we are at.
I know y'all got a calendar.
Told you
I'm
I
looking
work-
at it right now.
Told you
Dave
we
got
work-
it.
Told you we worked tomorrow.
I told you we worked the
No.
most.
Friday we are at Club Elevate.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
we do Friday.
Elevate.
Friday we at Club Elevate, and then this Saturday.
I'm trying to hide my hands and look at my phone at the same time.
Just lay it on the table. It's
Yeah.
all right.
I
No
don't
one
want you to see the back of them though. So.
This
You not tapping with the back of your nails, I am.
this Saturday we are back at Fast Eddie's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all in RE.
Yeah. I'll be coming from Richmond because I work the most. But yeah.
Because I work the most.
Yeah.
But I get the pleasure of getting a little fly with y'all. The Great Gatsby. I definitely, yes. You know what it
Yeah.
is. You know what weekend that
I
is.
mean, I love to see you.
You know what weekend that is.
Oh, you know what? And Sunday we at the Washington
Oh
Spirit.
yeah, that's right.
Y'all where?
At
Audi
down at
Field.
Audi Field.
Yeah.
The Washington female soccer team. They won the championship last year, and we playing for their ring ceremony down at Audi
Okay.
Field.
Is that a public event or a private
It's a
one?
public event. You come down and see the game.
I
They
think
having the
it's-
game
yeah,
afterwards.
Yeah.
They having the game afterwards. So we playing for the ring ceremony.
Okay, Audi Field.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Super
yeah.
dope. It is tourist season, guys. Listen.
Turn up.
Shout out.
Gang.
Shout out. Yeah, definitely Bully Gang. Y'all know what it is. Bulls in the China Closet. Shout out to two of my favorite tourists.
I
Like,
appreciate that.
I'm going to say this about this one. This one, not only does he keep me even, but don't get him wrong.
Nah, he gonna tell you.
Don't
what.
get me
Please
wrong.
don't get him wrong.
Don't get me
y'all,
wrong.
y'all think he calm. He's not.
I'm
Don't
very
get him
calm
wrong.
until I'm not.
Yeah, don't get him wrong. It's no gray area with that.
Yeah.
It's calm or not. It's just,
I'm the politician.
you are. You will try to
Nah,
talk
that's
it out.
not- that's not
Him,
me.
pop.
I'm gonna
I
give
will
you a
pop
couple. I'm gonna give you a couple sentences, and
then it's over.
It's
It's a wrap.
What it is.
It's my guy.
Listen, serious company. I definitely was in some serious company.
Absolutely.
Hey,
A whole lot of crank,
Love
a
to
whole
be
lot of
here.
creativity. One Go-Go World, my man Scoob, my man D. Cleve. Thank y'all for stepping in and being transparent, sharing your love, your light, your creativity, your energy. Definitely your humor.
Thank you.
Because y'all are
thank you for
hilarious.
having us.
Two, we going to clap it up for them real quick.
Hey.
That's the clap, it's the hand.
Yeah, I clap this way. I want you to see my fingers.
Y'all make sure y'all head on over to www.crankrock.com for the latest and greatest in Mishcraft attire. Also, we are accepting commercials, advertising. Y'all make sure y'all head on over to fulfillment team at crankrock.com. Also, make sure y'all visit us in store Wednesday through Sunday, 9244 East Hampton Drive, Capitol Heights, Maryland, Suite 201. It's the Mitchcraft store, baby. Make sure you get you something fly to wear here, there, and everywhere. It's your girl, Kapri Monique, the voice of the people, signing out and stepping out of the no gray area. But y'all know what it is with me. It's always real. Y'all have a good evening. God bless.
In my
And
house,
good
making
night.
noises like
Yeah.
party with your lead, lady. Huh. Got her in my house, in my bed, making noises like. On the party with the lead, lady. Got you in my house, in my bed, making noises like. Bring the groove in, Dave.